Welcome back to another session of SQL muscle building. Now, as I said, if you don't use it, you lose it. So let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so we're back in Leetcode and we are continuing to look at the SQL 50 series, and we are focusing on the medium problems. So here we have the next one in the series is confirmation rate. Alrighty, let's have a look at the problem. So we've got two tables. One is signups and one is confirmations. The signups has two columns, user ID and timestamp, and we've got 3 in the confirmations. Alright, and let's have a look at the problem. So we are trying to work out the confirmation rate, and it says the number of confirmed messages divided by the total number of requested messages is the confirmation rate, and we want to round it to 2 decimal places. Okay, and we can return the result in any order. So let's have a look. If you see in the first table, you've just got the user ID, and in the other table we've got user ID and the action. So why do we even need to have this table when this one here, the confirmations, has the user ID and the action? So it says here, if they have not made any requests, we need to return a 0. So let's have a look at the test case that they have given us. So we can see here that there is a user that has not made any requests. Okay, and so for that reason we have these two tables and we need to join them first. So let's start with joining. Now if you are not confident with which way the joins go and what happens when you join two tables, the best way to do it is just trial and error. So on here you can try different joins and see what happens, and that can help you really understand what joins are doing. So here we've got user ID and we want the action, and we are going to do this from the signups table. Let's give it an alias S. We're going to left join the confirmations table, and we want to do this on the user ID. Okay, now I need to make sure I put this alias in here, so it is s.userid, and this is going to be c.action. Okay, so let's just run and see what we get. Alright, so here we have the user IDs and we've also got the action, and the reason we've had to join them is primarily because of this here, where you've got a user who has not made any requests, but we do want to have 0 printing for them for their confirmation rate. Okay, so now let's just put this as requests. Alright, and we are now going to start looking at what we need. So we want to count all the requests made, and we're going to group it by the user ID. So let's first get the user ID, and then we're going to do the count, and this is essentially the total requested. That's enough. And then we are going to count the confirmed. So we only want to count if it is confirmed. So we're going to have this function here, sum case. So if you are used to Excel, this is just like sum if. So case when action is equal to confirmed, then 1 else 0 end. So what it does is if it is confirmed, it counts 1, otherwise it will just count 0. And we're going to call this as total confirmed. Okay. Now let's just run this and see what we get. Oh, and we need to be grouping by user ID, so let's group by user ID. Alrighty. Okay, great. So we have what we need, except we just need to answer the problem. The problem is asking for the total confirmed divided by total requested. So we can just put this into another subquery, and we'll just call it subquery. And here we are. Select, we do want the user ID. What we want is we want the total confirmed, and we want to divide that by total requested. Now the question did say we need to round to 2 decimal places, so let's round it up to 2 decimal places, and we need to make sure it's exactly the way we want it in the test case. So it's going to be as confirmation rate, and there we have it. We need to make sure we put the from here. So let's now just run this and see how we go. Okay, alrighty, so we have our output here. It has been accepted. That's what they wanted. Brilliant. So let's just submit and see how we go. Okay, oh, well, we have managed to beat 57.6% of the users. Great. Okay, so now you could try and see if you can improve the runtime on this and see how you go, and let me know. Put your comment if you've got a different way of solving this problem. Put it in the comments. Cool. Take care now.